All right, it looks like we're live here. Good stuff. Oh, hopefully I'm looking at the right camera here. I'm just getting set up. I know it said we were supposed to start at 3:20, but we're going to start early. All right, so we're going to start early instead of late this time. All right, so of course you guys know I'm Alvin J, the most passionate non-doctor on the internet. And if you guys want to jump in right now, go ahead and do it. All right. Look, Mike A was the first one in here this time. All right, what's going on, Mike? DeJang up in there. Hey, what's going on? I see you as well. All right, looks like we got 5 people in here already, and we've just started. All right, let me hook up my Facebook stuff, and we will be ready to go. All right, so, oh no, we've got 17 people now. All right, good stuff. So, I'm happy to see you guys in here. All right, hey, Mod, look at that. Troy, I haven't seen Troy in here. So, Troy, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Good stuff here. We got Sharon's Poetry Corner back in the house. Good stuff. NYC, baby. Cynthia Freeman, welcome back. All right. I see you guys. All right. Frequent visitors. I mean, I like this. So, of course, like always, you got to tell me where you're from, because I love to see people rep their hometowns and be proud of that, because you represent a product of a city or state that actually is doing it and doing it well. And we're trying to get healthy all over the United States and overseas too. All right. Don't think just because I'm in the United States, I only want United States people to get healthy and well. No, I want everybody from Asia to Europe to Australia to Antarctica. I want everybody, even Canada up top. All right. If we go down below, Mexico, if you can get it healthy in Mexico, go ahead. Let's do that. Okay. So I got my Facebook stuff. I think I'm about ready. Let me see. I think I got everything. Okay. Uh-oh, we got 30 people in here. I love it. I love it. Let me see. How do you, the Facebook is supposed to be easy. Let me see here. Yes. Okay. So I know I got to get it all set up. Oh, we got 31 people on. All right. Now people are putting in where they're from. We got Puerto Rico. We got Connecticut, New Orleans, Arkansas, Long Island, New York, Nashville, Tennessee. Greetings from IE. All right. Now, when you say IE, I need to know where that is, because that could be a number of places around the globe. So try that one out. Okay, I got New Zealand, and then we got Texas, Kingston, Jamaica. All right, Southern Florida, Stephanie, Texas. All right, Stephanie, Texas. I see. All right, so Anagato is back in here. All right, good stuff. Williams back in the house. Okay, Samaya, I see you. I see you again. Good stuff. Marcus Macon from Illinois. All right, what's going on, big cuz? All right, good stuff. Deneen. Okay, we got Deneen back in the house. Deneen always here, New York City. I love it. And it says, how are you doing, Samaya? Very good. I am doing excellently. And I have to tell you guys a little secret. I did actually this morning do my saline wash, and I did my coffee enema, and my energy has been off the chain all the way today. And I've been in a really even mood, because I know that most of that serotonin is coming from the bottom part of your digestive system. So when you clean that out and you put the good stuff in there, guess what happens? You appear healthy, energetic to other people, and I feel good. And now this is what I want you guys to notice. You probably noticed that I'm feeling and looking a lot better than I had been in the last couple of weeks, because I was under some psychological stress as related to the gig. Now, if that is the case, then, you know, we all have our ups and downs, and everything is not healthy. Everything is not going right all the time. Everything is not perfect all the time. But I do want to let you know that this is ultimately what we want to be doing. And I am glad to have you guys here. So you've been part of my therapy. So thank you. All right. So we got over 30 people in the house now. And we see Valerie says, hey, doc. That's an insult. Please don't call me a doctor. I'm a non-doctor. And that's the way we want to keep it. Okay. All right. Now, let me, what did I name it? I said this was the, okay, Eating Pure. I think that's what I said. So I'm going to put this on Facebook. Eating Pure, let's see, may not be the best for you. All right, so that might be a good title. Maybe provocative enough. Maybe we'll get some clickbait in here. I know. Don't you guys hate that? You click on a picture on YouTube and you're going to watch something and the thing they had the picture for doesn't even show up in the video. I hate that. Just clickbait magic. They get you every time with that stuff. All right. Looks like I'm good. I got it here. And let's go ahead and go live on there. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Don't cover the screen. All right, we are all good. Okay, it looks like we got everybody in, and boom, we're all set up. Good stuff. Now, it looks like everybody has made their way into the session. It says, what's new? Very good. Over 20 years, everything I eat blows my stomach up where I look pregnant all the time. All right, so usually if that's happening, and I got to really got a good observation, because that usually means that you have damage to your stomach lining, because everything should not irritate you. Spicy, yes. Extremely acidic, yes. But everything, that means that there has to be some damage or injury to your stomach and or digestive system that's making your stomach blow up like that. And I don't think it's your stomach blowing up. I think it's the intestines blowing up because of irritation and inflammation. So, and that's a response of your white blood cells. That's supposed to happen. That means it's trying to heal, but what you consider normal eating is not actually helping you out. So you might have to water fast or juice fast for the period of like 3 weeks to 4 weeks in order to make that swelling go away so you can go back to eating normal. Okay, so that's just my quick fix on it for that particular problem. So try it out, and please don't come back 2 days later and say it didn't work. You got to try it for a long time, because certain things will get worse before they get better and before you start making changes. Okay, so there you go. All right, so look at this. We got Petra St. Hill back in here watching. All right, Petra, what's going on? All right, glad to see you in here on Facebook. Good stuff. And we got 35 people on YouTube watching live right now. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask the questions. But I'm going to throw out a topic here for today, and that is eating pure. Now, most people think that if they want to get rid of a disease or something like that, they have to eat pure. And in the beginning stages, you do, because you need to eat pure so that your body is not exposed to toxins while it's healing. However, once the toxins are gone and once the disease is gone and you're back to being a normal, healthy human being, it's not good to eat pure all the time, because remember, your white blood cells need to know how to fight when something comes in to infect you. So I don't believe in eating pure all the time. So every once in a while, the key word is every once in a while. I'm going to say it again. Every once in a while, you can eat pizza. You can eat the hamburger. You can eat the ice cream. You can eat the cookies. All right. Like right now, I bought my cookies, my wife some cookies and some snacks and a little gift card for shoe money for our anniversary. Now, because I did that, we now have sweets or something in the house. We are going to eat those. However, after that, am I going to go buy a box or a bag of cookies every day or every other day because I want sugar all the time? No, she don't want it. I don't want it, because we want to be healthy people. And when we get up there in age, we want to be walking around instead of in our little rascals going down the street trying to make it across before somebody hits us. Not a good look. Now, when you guys actually think about this, I don't want you walking around on walkers. I don't want you on canes. I don't want you on crutches. I don't want you in wheelchairs. All that stuff is for old people. And when I say old, I don't mean age. I mean you physically appear to be old, because I see 80-year-olds here in my home city. When we go out to the casinos and we go to dance spots, these older people, 80 years old, are out there getting it on the dance floor. I mean, they're going past ballroom. They're getting down and doing splits. They're doing fancy moves. I'm like, what? And I'm thinking that's where I want my life to go, not sitting on the couch watching TV, all right, and just vegetating until you die. That's how you die fast. And I want to live as much of this life as I can and enjoy it while I can live it. So I'm glad people think I'm younger than my age right now, because I feel like it. I can get out there and dance. I can still do all the athletic stuff I used to do. My cousin, Big Marcus, said that he got back into playing basketball. That's what I'm talking about. You guys got to get out there and try some things and actually be on the same page so we can get this stuff rolling again. Yes? Yes. All right. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to do. And that's what I want you guys to do as far as getting yourself out there and active and making sure you make the most of this life. That's what all of this is about. It's not about you eating a certain way or you converting to the church of Alvin Jackson. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is set you free and get you healthy so you can live all the life that you want to live while you're here. That's it. Only reason. Okay, so let's get to it here. I got some questions coming in. It says, Lorraine says, how do you detox from chemo? You're asking about chelation. What you need is that stuff out of your body. They have actually put contrast in your body, like barium, that actually are supposed to show contrast between your blood vessels when you do chemotherapy. Anytime you take chemicals and or pills, pharmaceutical drugs to, I guess, try to alleviate any kind of problem in your body, it's going to break down into byproducts, and they're going to be stored in your tissues, in your liver, in your blood even, all right, which is where leukemia comes from. So you guys are going to see a lot of conditions that actually build up inside your body when you start doing this. Now, what do you want to do? You want to flush that stuff out. Now, sometimes the Gaia Supreme Cleanse is not going to go far enough. You're going to need an extra chelator to get in there. Now, that's when I start going to the Indian healing clay or the calcium bentonite clay, so that we can have something, a clay that binds to these harmful byproducts and pulls them out of your body. See, I have to go there. In combination with that, so we can get it out of your tissue and out of your blood, I also recommend glutathione. It is your body's own natural hormone that you secrete so that you can get toxins out of your body. If you don't make enough, if you don't have enough, and if you live in the United States, I'm pretty sure you don't, then you probably should supplement glutathione and probably double up the first couple of times that you use it to make sure you get that flush. Now remember, anytime you flush, you're going to have complications. All right, you should have headaches. You might have breakouts or rashes. You might even get eczema when you do this, because remember, you're releasing poisons into your bloodstream. So it should affect you that way. Okay, so that's what we got here. Now, let's go to the next one. We've actually got over 40 people in here now. Let's answer another question. It says, how about red light therapy? All right, Brandon back in the house. Brandon Duplessis. Thank you, Brandon, for asking the question. But I have no, well, I've done it with my teeth as far as the red light therapy, but I have not tried it on any other part of my body, because I bought one of those like 15 years ago when I bought my red light, and it was supposed to heal pains and stuff all over your body and actually ionize certain parts of your muscles and skin so that you didn't have pain in the area anymore. But from my experience of using it back then, and I don't know if the technology has gotten better, but back then it didn't work for me well at all. So that's the limited experience I've had with it. I used it for about 3 months, and then I stopped using it because it didn't appear to be working for me, and I was pretty active back then. So I had somewhat of a lot of body pains, and it didn't seem to help as much as I thought it would. Okay, so I don't know if it was from me starting to eat better, or if it was from me getting massages and stuff like that to try to ease my pain, but I don't think the light therapy did much for me. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Lorraine says we got metastatic breast cancer, stage 3. Okay, now, if it says metastatic, that means that it's spread, and they're basically telling you that it's going to spread until it ends your life. Now, that doesn't have to be the case, but I want to know, what did they tell you as far as your doctor? What kind of precautions did they do? What did they try to put you on as far as chemotherapy, pharmaceuticals? What are you going through now? I just need a little bit more information on the cancer thing. All right, so let me know a little bit more. Okay, so non-doctor in the house. Sweet lady, thank you. Thank you. I see you up there. Now, it says here, Milano. Oh, she's answering Cynthia. Okay, I got you. So good enough. So let's move on to the next one here. All right, I like it. I like it. All right. All right. Now, oh, SC Nelson, good question from Texas. He says, what do you know about EDTA to detox metals? Now, EDTA has been controversial because everything that's good for you, that kind of chelates your body and gets rid of dangerous heavy metals in your body and your bloodstream, they've been put down, or they've had plant articles put in media to make you stop using them. EDTA is actually pretty good for detoxing metals, but I would rather go with a safer alternative, which is calcium bentonite clay or Indian healing clay, both of which will take heavy metals and chelate them right out of your body by binding to them. Now, as far as EDTA, I say you use it, all right, because it does work. I've had experience with this too. However, EDTA is not supposed to be used for prolonged periods of time. So when I say prolonged, I mean 6 months straight. You can't do that with EDTA because you'll notice other things start going wrong in your body. Too much of a good thing is also a bad thing. So remember, anything that you do could be bad if it's taken to the extreme. Like if I just right now just sat down and drank 4 gallons of water, more than likely I will pass away. All right, I will drown my cells, my cell membranes will dissipate, and I will die. But that water is good for you, right? So same thing you got to think about with some of these things like EDTA. It's actually excellent for what you just described, but short periods of time. I would say maximum of 3 months if you're going to do it every day or every other day. 3 months, cut it out for a month, go back to it if you still have the symptoms. Okay, good stuff. All right, so we got you there. Thanks. Had the same thought about my thyroids. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so Milano, good. All right. Jessica Hittenball back in here. Jess, what's happening? Jess is actually on here. She's one of my students. Good stuff. All right, now one of my former students, I should say. It says here, all right, Jess, you're the best student who's watching on here. Where's my shout out? Jess, I just gave you one. All right, good stuff. She was one of the young ladies who worked the hardest in my class, and she actually passed very easily because she actually did the work. So that's what I'm asking you guys to do. Do the work. All right, so that's what we are. Oh, look at this. I forget. I didn't shout out the Facebook people. We got 3 people in here. It says Juliet is in here, and then we got Kitty Owadu right there waving. I got to wave back. There you go. I got to wave at all the people everywhere. All right, I'm going to wave at you guys because there's a thumbs up there. We got almost 50 people in the chat, so let's go ahead with it. Now, if you guys wouldn't mind, try to look at the other people's questions and see, do they have the same question you do? Because the chat is going by really fast. So I'm trying to get to all the questions that I can, the ones that I can see as they come in, okay? So I don't want them to go too fast. All right, he says, how much clay should you use? It's a tablespoon every day. All right, so Jesus, good stuff. All right, so that was the answer to your question. Good enough. It says, all right, Samaya. All right, I got you, Samaya. Here you go. It says, my daughter had bilateral pneumonia in last December, bilateral on both sides. Okay, it says she still has problems breathing in the morning. How to make her lungs stronger, Alvin. Now, if you have one, if you can find one, and you can get one on Amazon, it's called a spirometer. And all you do is, all it is a little plastic tube with a little blowhole on it, a little mouthpiece. And all you do is have her suck into the mouthpiece, and she's supposed to be able to hold the little bulb up there for like 3 to 5 seconds. Now, when you do that, that's how you get pulmonary strength, because what you're basically doing is bringing down your diaphragm, which sucks air into your system. And when you push the diaphragm up, it pushes air out of your system. Now, when that happens, all right, she's going to notice her pulmonary strength getting real. But what I want you to know is, don't fall for this. The lungs themselves are not muscles. It's only tissue. The diaphragm connected to your lungs underneath is the muscle. All right. So muscles move things. Your lungs are not muscles. So when your diaphragm moves down, it sucks air into the system. When your diaphragm moves up, it makes air go out of the system. So you just use a spirometer and she'll strengthen up. Now, if she has an infection of the lungs, I'll have to know what kind it is so we can see if it's bacterial, if it's viral, if it's protozoal, if it's algae, if it's fungus, so we can see what we can do as far as an antifungal, anti-algae, or whatever to make it better. But hopefully, with what you've said, she's over that part right now, and all she needs to do is strengthen her lungs. Okay, so let me know if that's the case, Samaya. Okay, we got another one here. It says, Riley, what are you supposed to do when you have a fracture? Get off of it. That's all you can do. If you have a fracture, that means the bone is not broken, but it's still in line. That means that all you have to do is rest it for a little while. The blood will run in between the fracture, and it heals over time. Anytime you have a bone in close proximity with a bone, you will have something called ankylosis, meaning that the two bones will actually fuse together if they're in proximity. So if you have little bone spurs outside of your femur, it'll attach and it will stay there. And you'll see a little lump on your skin where the bone attached. Okay, so that's all you have to do with a fracture. Get the pressure off of it so that you don't keep moving and crushing it, and it repairs itself. I can't tell you about healing rate because that's per individual, but I ballpark it for you. The range is about 3 to 6 weeks. So as much as you can, stay off of it. As much as you can. Okay, so no, that means no heavy activity, jumping, running, that kind of stuff, because all you're doing is refracturing it. Okay, good enough. All right, I like it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good stuff. Calcium never liked clay. All right, I like it. from Nevada to detoxify. Great response, Alvin. I use it daily. Cynthia. All right. So I remember Cynthia last week. She was on all the holistic stuff. So I know, Cynthia, you might have to be my protege as far as us researching together and finding some stuff together as far as the health is concerned, because I like that. I really do like that. All right. Thumbs up. I like it. So Sweet Lady gave me the thumbs up. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. I love this, the conversation that's going on in here. We got people talking to each other in the chat and helping each other out. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what I've seen in the last chats is some people have actually given their testimonial as to how well they have done as far as losing weight, as far as getting rid of disease and stuff like that. So that's what I would like here. If you guys could tell me how well you all are doing. Ashley Nicole back in here on the house. Wait, Ashley Nicole Reese is watching. Good stuff. Now, Kitty, I agree about using the powerful detox agents like EDTA. I use it for 3 days only. Once every 9 days. It works very well when taken with calcium bentonite clay. Oh, look at this. Chef Kitty throwing a lot of knowledge in here. I love it. Okay, good stuff. Now, that we have 50 people in here. Let me know what you guys, okay, yes, thank you, good stuff. LL back in the house. LL, I like what I see, man. All right, he's back in here, he's learning. I know he's getting healthier by the week, because every time I see LL in here, along with Sharon's Poetry Corner and Miss Freeman, we are actually throwing out some hellified tips to actually help people get back on the right track. And remember, I don't mind that at all, because it doesn't have to come from just me. Okay, so that's the beauty of this. It doesn't have to come. We just got a forum here. This is good stuff. It feels like family. I know. I saw that in the Founders movie when Ray Kroc was trying to sell McDonald's franchises. He was like, you know what I see when I see that right there? Huh? Family. I mean, it was great. All right. So let me get down here to I'm trying to get to the bottom, but the comments are coming in so fast. All right. So Sharon's Poetry Corner said, everyone is doing keto, but the ones I know are getting sick. Now, that's because keto does cut out some nutrients. So you can do keto. Remember, there's like hundreds of versions of keto, depending on who you talk to. So remember, it's all about balance and what's right for you, not what a diet says. So you got to remember that. It's individualistic. Blood pressure is individualistic. Pulse rate is individualistic. A woman's period is individualistic. It's not the same for everybody. Everybody's is different. So don't buy into that. The keto is this one thing that this is how you do it perfectly. Doesn't work that way. Please don't believe it. It doesn't work that way. If you found you're getting sick on something, cut it out. Okay? If you found you're doing well on something and it goes against convention, keep doing it, because what's right for the general public is not necessarily what's right for you. Make sense? Okay, good stuff. All right, now let me see. Uh-oh, it's moving fast again. All right, so somebody says use arrowroot instead of baking soda for deodorant. I like that. So I was looking for something like that, and I was trying to find you just pointed that out. I was looking for that for like 2 months. So Samaya, thank you. Arrowroot, I couldn't think of that for anything. Arrowroot. That was because I looked that up a long time ago, and I put it in my memory bank. I was trying to recall it, and I could not find it. Okay, great work, Alvin Jackson. You are sharp and on the point, energetic, and inspiring. I look forward to closer collaboration in the near future. Chef Keating, of course. The guy I was telling you guys about, the brilliant chef, all right, that's on here right now. I was telling you guys about it, and I showed you his book last week when we were actually talking about recipes to actually get healthy that were better, the raw vegan recipes that were better than the original, like the pomegranate cheesecake he was talking about. And he's right here on Facebook right now, actually giving pointers and stuff right now, especially about the EDTA and the calcium bentonite clay. So thank you, Chef Keating. All right, a master chef in his own, I mean, one of the top chefs I've ever seen. I tasted his food, and I got to tell you, I'm blown away. Chef, I'm blown away. All right, so good enough. Now, what we're going to do here is, I'm trying to keep up. My goodness, you guys write fast. Right, so Lorraine G says, I need to lose 100 pounds. Now, Lorraine, I believe you were the one who told me about the stage 3 cancer, lung cancer. So if that's the case, I want to know. So Kristen Torres, all right, my man, back up in here. I love it. All right, Kristen, thank you for coming by. Christian, welcome back, man. I appreciate it. Good stuff. All right, so Tony the filmmaker. All right, I'm waving at you. I see you, Tony. Thank you for good stuff. All right, now, Lorraine, if they're telling you you need to lose weight to get rid of cancer, it's kind of some truth to that, because if you lose weight and you take the fat cells and you get rid of them, fat is the only cells in your body that accepts junk. That means damage. That means inflammation. Damage and inflammation is what cancer looks for. Those cancer cells that you produce every day, that's what they look for. They look for the damage, and fat cells have the most inflammation and the most damage, therefore the best place to hide. I'm assuming that's why in your stage 3 instead of stage 4. That's why it's metastasizing. So can you reverse a metastasis? Yes. All right. You can kill the cells. Now, in order to slow down and stop those cancerous cells from actually proliferating fast and actually taking you out, you need to stop that right in its tracks. The best thing for that and the most powerful natural thing for that is sulfur. Now, you don't take sulfur in I guess you could say a gaseous form, because it could be kind of detrimental to you. It makes you lightheaded. But if you eat it in a digested form, it actually works really well. So I'm going to advocate that you take part in something called what is it? Let me make sure, because I got a whole bunch of information running in my head. It's called a Budwig protocol. That was it. The Budwig protocol. That's the one that produces sulfur. Now there's a lot of them out there. Remember, we got the Huxley method. We got the Gerson method. We have the Miracle Mineral Solution, all of which work. So when you get on these, do not, and I repeat, do not try to combine all of these protocols into one to just say you're going to have a super solution that's going to kill your cancer and you're going to be free of cancer tomorrow. It's not going to work that way. You pick one, you stick with it, your cancer goes away. Okay? You pick one, you stick with it, and the cancer goes away. Now, inside my course, I actually have people going through a hybrid, because I know which ones negate the others, and I don't want people trying to try everything. Because I had a young lady in there who's in my course right now, and I had to steer her away from all of that, because she was trying to implement every single protocol she heard about on the internet all at once. And then she thought she would cure her cancer faster. Now, there's only certain ones that fit together that make sense. And in my course, I actually have to stop one, start the other, so we can hit it from both ends, especially during a metastasis. Okay, so there you go. We got some information in here. Joshua Gale. All right, I love it. Good stuff. Joshua, thank you for the wave. I appreciate it. All right, we got 60 people on live right now. Go ahead, ask your questions if you got them. So good stuff. Rolo Valerio says silver for HIV. Yes, it's called colloidal silver, a derivative of tetrasilver tetroxide. And if you guys have never heard of tetrasilver tetroxide, a man named Marvin Antelman made the patent for the cure for cancer in 1996. But the side effect of his silver compound was it also cured HIV and AIDS. So people don't want to pay attention to that little known fact, but that's the reason he's been in court for 22 years, because he can't get it out. So good enough. All right, now, let me see. We got Charlene back in here. Welcome back, Charlene. I really appreciate it. Gratitude for you. Thank you for coming in. I love it. It says, what would you recommend for arthritis? Movement, stretching, and yoga. Okay? You don't really take anything for arthritis. All you need for arthritis is blood to get into the joint so you can flush it out. And you do need antioxidants to kind of flush that stuff out of there. The best blood cleaners I know are cilantro, parsley, spirulina, chlorella. Those are the 4 most powerful blood cleaners you could ever put into your body to get your blood, your tissues, and everything clean. If you want to do it faster, add some glutathione so you can push the poisons out of your tissues and out of your joints so that you can stop feeling pain when you actually do yoga and stuff like that. But first, you need the blood to get in there. Now, you won't be able to do full-on yoga right from the beginning. All right? So, like some people, their arms, when they do it, they can only get their arms this far. If that's as far as you go, that's as far as you go. All right. Some people, they get them up there and they can get to even as soon as they go, and then they start hurting, right? So, but some people, they can go all the way up, all right? So, and get it all the way to the top and stretch it out and stretch it out, stretch it out, all right? And do it all the way. Now, if you guys can do that, that's great. But if you can't, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Just do it just enough. Because if you lift your arms and right there, it hurts, okay? What I want you to do is go just a little past that till it hurts a little more and then stop it, okay? And then I want you to go up again, all right? And just a little bit till it hurts and then stop it, okay? Now, when you start doing that, you're going to force blood to come to the area because now you're creating pain. right? Pain will stimulate your basophils to release heparin and histamine. You'll get your eosinophils to secrete cytokines. And now your reparative cells know where to come or know where the trouble is. All right, the pain points. Okay, so that's what I want to tell you. So good question, absolutely good question about the arthritis, but you have to do, it's kind of multifaceted, but you have to move in order to get rid of arthritis. You can't sit still and think you're going to get rid of a joint problem. Okay, so good enough. Oh my God, I think I skipped like, my goodness, this thing skipped maybe 10 questions here. Okay, let me see. 2 questions. All right, Charlene, I got you. It says, I'm on BP, blood pressure medication, and want to get off. Don't seem to be able to stabilize it to start using natural alternatives. Any suggestions? All right, now, Charlene, this is what I'm going to tell you. All right. If you want to reduce your blood pressure, I want to tell you to deep breathe. You have to. All right. That's the way to do it in the short term. That won't work all the time. Now, I know you're concerned that when you come off the medication that your blood pressure is going to fluctuate. Guess what? Everybody's blood pressure fluctuates. I know when people actually tell me that, I'm just like, yes, that's what your body is supposed to do. So deep breathing actually is going to help. All right. Now, Cynthia Freeman said, she said deep breathing right underneath that. All right. Good stuff. So yes, that's what you have to do, because when you actually deep breathe, that's going to cut it down immediately. You go back to that normal range that the doctor likes to see. So if you're about to get your blood pressure taken with the sphygmomanometer and they put the blood pressure cuff on your arm and you're about to go into the deep breathe for 5 to 10 minutes, everything will come out normal. Okay. High blood pressure is good. It's what's keeping you alive. Okay. If your blood pressure drops artificially, like when they give you medications, ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, vasodilators, that kind of stuff, when they put that in your body, you know what happens? All right. You lose control of your blood vessels, and now you can't control your blood pressure. And on the doctor's chart, you look great, but you're going to die early, because now the vital organs that were getting that blood from your high blood pressure, you don't have the pressure anymore. So the vital organ over here can't get its nutrients, and therefore it will suffer and eventually fail. So that's why people die really early on blood pressure medications. All right. It feels good at the moment because the doctor's telling you, oh, look, you're right in the range. This is good stuff. But the range doesn't matter. Your health and your vital organs do. And that's why your body made an intelligent response to raise your blood pressure so you can stay alive. Okay, so yes. All right, so good question. Thank you, Cynthia, for throwing that in there. All right, you beat me to it, looks like. Good stuff. So it says, I've heard colloidal silver is good. I've seen lots of people inquiring about getting rid of viruses and want to learn some other methods as I'm studying herbs. All right, I know I'm always studying herbs. So it says, I mean business. I am studying herbs all the time as well. I got my natural nutrition books. I think my anatomy books are on the kitchen table right now that I've been looking through and actually seeing some stuff about digestion and the way hormones and stuff like that work when there actually are elements inside the bloodstream. But you are dead on when you're talking about silver, and it is good. And I've been experimenting with colloidal silver for about 4 years now, and I've experienced no side effects, and I've had all good things from it. As far as when I get a cold or a flu, if I want to knock it out faster than my immune system would, I use colloidal silver. Okay, so I don't use it all the time. Don't get me wrong; it's a metal. All right, I don't use metals all the time because heavy metals are hard on your liver, and you don't want to do that to yourself. But to get rid of something, and I know how to use it, yes, I will do that. All right, I will do it. So Cynthia, this is good stuff. All right, thank you, Cynthia, for contributing so much like you have, because you got some remedies up your sleeve, and I like that. All right, this is good stuff. Is it, let me see, is it okay to, it says inhale. What does that mean? Does that mean breathe in, or does that mean swallow, or what? I need to know more about that and what that means. All right, good stuff. Oh, BB Rodriguez. I don't know if I've seen that person in my, I don't know if I've seen BB in here before. So BB, welcome if I've never seen you before. If not, I apologize for not remembering you. All right, I do apologize, but it says here, hypoglycemia and diabetes mellitus symptoms. How do you control those? Now, hypoglycemia means low blood sugar, and then it says diabetes mellitus. Of course, we all know what diabetes is. It's the inability to process sugar by use of insulin and glucagon in your body. Now, when you guys are trying to control the two, diabetes diabetes is pretty easy. All you have to do is really change your diet, and type 2 will go away quite easily within about 30 or 40 days, just with diet change. Type 1 requires a little bit more because we have to flush and flush on a continual basis in order to reform the receptors that accept insulin so that you guys can get back to normal. All right. Now, as far as the, what does she say? Yes. Oh, hypoglycemia. Low blood sugar means that your body is accepting but not releasing sugar. That means you might be out of your hormone glucagon, which actually is supposed to be secreted to get sugar back into your bloodstream should you not eat for 3 hours or more. It's supposed to get the blood back in there. So when it does, that's what we're talking about. Okay. So what you do to rebuild those is you have to start eating right, because that means that if you are missing glucagon, that means you're missing minerals and nutrients. And that means that you have to replenish those. I would suggest flushing out the colon first, because remember, that's your second brain. That's what's going to incorporate all this stuff into your blood and your tissues and your bones to make everything else work. That's where your hormones and everything are coming from. So you got to take care of the organs so they can take care of you. Okay, so you need to restore your supply of glucagon, because that's what it sounds like it's missing with the low blood sugar. All right, now all I'm going to tell you is juice. Fruits, vegetables. I don't care how it tastes. I don't care what you don't eat. I don't care any of that. I need you to juice every single day until you get the result that you want. And I can't guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm fairly certain that you guys will actually get the result that you're looking for. Okay. Now it says here, good. Taking potassium. Yes. Good. All right. So I made it all the way down to the bottom. I got skipped. Tingling and numbness, Jesus, from the waist down. What should I do? Doctor said early multiple sclerosis symptoms, but I don't believe it. Now, Jesus, it could be, but if it's from the waist down, that sounds like it could just be, you could have a tilted pelvis that's making your nerves tingle and go numb. You could be experiencing a little bit of breakdown as far as the sciatic nerve and the ligaments actually loosening a little bit. That could cause shooting pains in your lower body. But if it's not happening in your arms and your upper body, I doubt if it's MS. Okay, so if it's not happening everywhere, I doubt if it's just in your legs. I'm assuming that it's stemming from a nerve that is either creased or damaged in your hip area that's actually shooting down your legs and making the problem worse. Because all that's in your legs past your knees are plexes, meaning that the nerves split off into different nerves and they're running to different places so you can feel sensations and heat and stuff like that, so that you can get well again. But that's what we got. So in order to do that, I would say see if you can do some stretching exercises with your hip flexors especially. And there's a video on YouTube called Unlocking Your Hip Flexors. I don't know who put it out, but I've been watching that one, and it actually has done wonders for the blood flow. Also, you might want to look at some videos that teach you how to do splits so that you can actually loosen, because it's not that you want to do a split, it's that what you want to loosen up the hip flexors so you can get circulation going down there. And now you can repair the myelin sheath around your nerves running to your legs, and therefore tingling, numbness, and pain go away. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what it is. All right, now, in order to repair the myelin sheath around your nerves, I would suggest that you do omega-3 fats. Strongest one is fish oils. If you want to go food and it's just a little bit slower, avocados, nuts, things that are heavy in omega-3 fats. Okay, so hopefully you guys will benefit from that. Okay, now, good. Oh, I got thumbs up, happy faces. I love it. All right, this is good stuff in here. So I love it. He said, Jesus says chiropractor. Yes. All right, try out the chiropractor. They do a wonderful job, but you got to find the right one, because some chiropractors are worse than doctors. And if they're not holistic, then you want to stay away from that. But here's the good news. Most of them are holistic. Most of them are. All right, very good. It says, our Belle, I got you. I haven't seen Belle in here before. So Belle, welcome. I love it. Love seeing it. Belle says, my mother takes water pills for swelling in her feet. What can she do to stop taking those pills? Now, you know, water pills are diuretics, meaning they are going to flush liquid from your body. Now, usually the liquid that you're talking about in the feet has permeated through to the blood vessels and gone into the tissues and the skin. A diuretic won't help that. The diuretic only gets rid of things that are exposed to and run through your kidneys and liver. That liquid does not, so it's not going to help that problem. So she can stop taking the pills if she wants. Now, they're giving her a water pill, and usually that's stemming from leaky gut. That's usually the medication they give for leaky gut, because it takes the liquid out of your tissues and then it stops somewhat the bleeding from happening from all the ulcers in the digestive system. Now, what she can do to remedy that, and I know this because I've just come off a regimen of this, she can try the colostrum. It's called bovine organic colostrum. I got it from Amazon, and it repairs the gut tremendously as far as leaky gut and holes and ulcers are concerned. So that's what you do to repair the gut. To get rid of the swelling, though, she'll have to move. The calf muscle, the gastrocnemius, is the muscle that you use to get blood out of the lower part of your body. Now, if that's the case, she can get the blood out of her body, but I'm hoping that her veins are not so distended that they're past repair, and she'll have to get a surgery in order to cut out the big varicose veins that have happened as a result of the pooling of the liquid in her ankles. If it's not that bad and her ankles haven't turned purple, then you can do that. All right, you can reverse the damage. But if they've turned purple, more than likely that means that the veins and the capillaries are damaged pretty badly. So you might have to get the surgery first and then start the reparative process to get all of those distended, ruptured veins out of there so she can have circulation again. So that's something you will have to have a test for, because that's something that I can't say for sure but without seeing a test or visually examining her in person. Okay, good enough. Marcus. All right, so Marcus got a question here. It says, how do you cure scoliosis? All right, now, as far as scoliosis, I think I threw this in last week at the last minute, but maybe I did not. I might have, I might not have. I'm sorry. Now, when you talking about scoliosis, what he's talking about is if you looked at me straight from the back, okay, my spine is supposed to be going straight up and down my back, okay? Now, if you have scoliosis, that means that when your spine comes down, it curves, okay, to the side. So if my spine was curved that way, I would lean this way, and you would notice that my shoulder line is uneven, okay? So that means if I'm leaning this way, my spine is pushed that way. Okay, now that means on this side of your spine, on your back, okay, you're going to apply heat to that side and that side only. Do not apply heat to your entire back, because if you do, all the muscles get loose and the spine stays where it is. But if my spine is shifted that way and it's making me lean this way, what you're going to do is loosen the muscle with heat on this side, all right? And then leave these muscles cold on this side because they're already stretched, all right? So heat on this side, and that'll loosen the muscles. That'll make the spine want to retract because these muscles are cold. They're stiffer, so the spine will want to pull to this side now, all right? Now, when you do that, in order to make it happen and make it permanent, you can't do that while you're standing. So either you're going to have to put the heat on and then hang over the side of your bed, the ghetto method, okay? Or if you got an inversion table, which is what I got at home, what you can do is you'll flip upside down after you have applied the heat. You can even leave the heat on there if you want to after, but don't use a warm towel because towels get cold really fast. Put a heat pack or a heating pad on that side of the spine and then hang upside down. You'll get the separation, and after your spine starts to separate, it will start to straighten because the muscles on one side that are pulling real hard to make your spine go that way, they will relax. And when they relax, the spine will come back over. And if you do that, keep on doing it every day until you see a nice, perfectly straight spine. When you tell somebody to stand up straight, all right, you should see that their shoulders are pretty even, okay? It should look kind of like this. Now, but when you guys see somebody with scoliosis, it might be ever so subtle, but you'll notice that we got a little bit of a yes. So now when I do this, I look fine. But if you notice, and then all of a sudden you see somebody just barely, all right, you see how it's off a little bit. Okay, so you got to take a look at it because it actually works. All right, so people think you got to have surgery. Now you got to fix vertebrae and you got to loosen muscles and cut the serrators and all that. No, you don't. You don't need to do all that. All right, so heat exercises and separation exercises, that's what gets the back straight. Okay, remember, it didn't happen with surgery. That means it doesn't have to be repaired with surgery. The only thing you need surgery for is acute injuries to the body that cannot be healed with clotting. Okay, that's it. All right, so here we go. All right, Marcus, I hope I answered your question there. All right, I hope it didn't go too fast for you. You guys are absolutely fantastic and wonderful for asking these questions. We got almost 45 minutes in here. We had over 65 people in here at this. So I see, let me see. It says, have you tested diatomaceous, wait a minute. It's supposed to be diatomaceous earth. Does it work for parasites? How long does it take to work? Does liquid chlorophyll do the same thing for cleaning blood as far as chlorella, etc.? All right, yes. All right, when you're talking about chlorophyll, you're talking about something that's powerful. And here's the thing about chlorophyll that chlorella does not do. Chlorophyll actually has a pulling effect, meaning that if you drink it or put it inside your body, it works like clay. And if you put it on the outside of your body, it pulls. So you can actually pull impurities out of your body by putting chlorophyll on the outside. That's why some spa treatments actually use, instead of the mud mask, they will actually mix the mud with chlorophyll and then put it. So you'll see a green mud mask. And that actually has a pulling effect to pull the impurities out of the skin. And it's fantastic. It's one of the strongest, most powerful, most potent things that you can use inside and outside of your body. They do have chlorophyll tablets. If you're interested, whole organic chlorophyll tablets to actually try to flush out your body. Next best thing to glutathione, your body's own. All right, good stuff. All right, good question. Good question. It says here, all right, thank you. All right, so it says Janaba. All right, so thank you for throwing out the tips there. I really do appreciate that. Very nice. DV Roderick Lewis, I see you on here watching. Sean B. Lewis. Sean B. All right, so Burl, I don't know if that's Mr. Peterson. It might be. Quentin Berry. All right, so I wave back at you guys. Good stuff. All right, now we got 65 people on the live feed here. We gotta get more questions in. Let me see. Chlorophyll has also identical molecular structure to hemoglobin. All right, and if you guys don't know what hemoglobin is, it's the protein that rides on your blood cells. All right, so Chef Kitty, I do appreciate you stopping by. And Sean, Quentin, all right, DV, Roderick Lewis, you guys, I appreciate you guys coming in here too from Facebook. All right, so good stuff. So he's got the thumbs up. I like that. All right, so here we go. I got to answer another question. We got questions. If you guys got questions, don't be afraid to ask them. All right, we got the stuff. Let me see. All right, it said, oh my. We got some long questions. All right. So, I got you. You got the response. Good stuff. All right. Marcus, I appreciate that. CS cousin, I appreciate you. I'm glad I answered it good for you. Okay, here it is. It says, I take loads of meds. Now, when you say potassium, you're saying the doctor prescribed the potassium, because the potassium is not a medication. That's a supplement. Okay, so good stuff. And then it says Cardavlol, gotcha. Iron, Isaac's, what does that say? Clonidine patch and spirolactone. All right, I got you. To control my blood pressure. Oh my goodness. So they got you on every variety of blood pressure medication that you can be on. I also have lots of fibroids that can, what can I do to get off the meds? Well, the meds are easy. Kimberly actually said Kimberly Flipping. All right, so maybe she's a real estate investor. I don't know. Or maybe that's her last name. But when you actually are trying to get off of blood pressure medication, the best thing to do is to wean yourself off. Now, I have to say this for legal reasons. You're supposed to check with your doctor before they take you off, because they put you on the medication, so they're supposed to take you off. However, I'm saying that you make the decision. So if you make the decision to get off the medication, what you want to do is slowly wean yourself off. Do not throw your vital organs into shock because you just jumped off of a whole bunch of medications, because that's what will happen. When your body gets used to something, you need an adjustment period, and that's what weaning off does. It gives you that adjustment period. So don't feel bad about getting off the medications, especially if the doctors try to make you feel guilty, or some of them are bad and they have horrible bedside manner, and they even say you're going to die if you get off these medications. Your life is going to be severely shortened. That's not true, especially if you're taking care of yourself and you're giving yourself the right nutrients, minerals, preservatives, nutrients to actually make that happen. Okay, so please, if you're listening to a doctor, if they're a surgeon and you have a broken leg, listen to them. If they're telling you about chronic disease, most diseases are metabolic. They can be fixed with change in diet and a few supplements to actually make a better life for you. Superfoods, like Chef Kitty is talking about, is one of the main things I use to get rid of almost any condition I have in my body. So don't believe that guilt trip that they lay on you as far as, oh, you're going to die early, or you're going to be severely impaired, or you're going to lose this function in your body if you stop taking these pills. That is not true. That is not true. All right. So I know and every single person, without exception, I don't know one who has gotten off the medication who hasn't felt better as a result of getting off, and is now having a better life as a result of getting off. All right. I want you to go to, if you got time, go to my YouTube channel and actually check out. I think it's over on all the videos, like over 10,000 comments. All right. Now, if you want to read through some of those on some of the videos that interest you, you'll see that the people have told me their success story. They've told me how they've gotten off of certain things. They told me how they've lost weight. They told me how they've gotten rid of their cancer, how they've gotten rid of their diabetes as a result of my videos and my help. So if you guys want to go through and read some of those, I just want to show you that so you believe that it's possible to do this yourself. All right. Now, remember, I have to say, you have to talk to your doctor to take you off the medication. But you're the boss. You tell him what to do. He doesn't tell you what to do. Okay, just remember that. Just because he's got a fancy ID and a white coat on, and he's got nurses and he's in a hospital, don't give over your power so easily when it comes to your health. All right, you run this, not them. Okay, good enough. All right, now I see it says, no, they're coming way too fast. All right, I'm sure I'm skipping some people. It says, Sweet Lady, 512. She says, after my detox, my eyelids and hands broke out with eczema, which I understand is a result from detox. That is correct. How can I help speed the healing process? I'm itchy. All right, now, if you're itchy, you can do this topically. You can use coconut oil if it's topical, and that soothes really well. So if you want to use coconut oil, because it'll heal the skin, which actually has the toxins that you're trying to detoxify. If you want to detoxify faster, if you're doing, let me see, you said you were detoxing. How? Because if you're doing a saline wash, that's fast. If you're doing a coffee enema, that's fast. So I'm going to advocate that you, if you're up for it, do a coffee enema to cleanse your liver. That makes all the factors in your body work faster, because the liver is the workhorse of the body. It does most of the work, all right, as far as getting healthy is concerned and restoring energy. So if you want something out of your skin and want it out of there fast, get your liver healthy. Coffee enema is the best way I know to do that. All right, good enough, good enough. All right, so how do you heal a fatty liver? Please, thanks. So Bernita McCullum asking a good question. Now, if you have a fatty liver, the fat ain't the problem. The fat is always going to surround any organ in your body that is injured. Anytime you see something that is injured inside your body, you're going to notice that it is actually covered with fat. Okay, that's not a bad thing, because when an organ is injured, that means it requires more energy, one of the functions of fat, so that you can keep it alive. Okay, now when you have a damaged kidney, it's covered in fat. A damaged heart, it's covered in fat. So your damaged liver is covered in fat. So what do? Stop the damage, and you stop the fat from surrounding the organ. So that's what you have to do. Now, I don't know what the damage is to your liver, but I will say, if you need it, I will say do the coffee enema, because even if it's broken, let's say, for instance, you have a ulcer or something in your liver is the most regenerative organ in your body. I suspect that after you do a coffee enema and you flush out your liver, even if the coffee were to leak through your liver and try to get into your body, your liver is surrounded with capillaries and surrounded with a lymphatic vessels. All right, those lymphatic vessels will actually help you get rid of the trash out of there more quickly, so that you can recover more quickly. Okay, so just think about all major organs in your body are covered by capillaries and lymph capillaries. So you will be able to get that trash and that garbage out of there, especially with improved circulation. That's also what I wanted to tell you. Improved circulation will also help you flush that out. So just remember, if you're trying to get rid of anything and you're trying to flush, circulation, exercise is the best way to go to get that circulation up. Now, if you're really in bad shape and you can't do it, nobody said you had to do Zumba. Nobody said you had to get on an exercise bike or a treadmill and run until your heart gave out. No. All right. Sometimes walking through your house a little bit is enough to build up the circulation. If you got steps, walk up 2 or 3 steps, back down 2 or 3 steps, holding the handrail. That's enough. All we need is a little circulation to get the blood to where it's supposed to go so it can deliver its nutrients and do its job. Okay, that's what we want. Good enough. All right, so I see it. All right, so where's Burl said, where's the OU go? All right, so good stuff. All right, Burl, I sold it a long time ago, man. I don't even drive my Black Explorer anymore. I actually got me now a black Kia Sportage 2018. So there, Mr. Peterson, don't you ever talk about, I'm just kidding. All right, so I like this. So we got Jane Finlaw has never been in here. Very good. Jane, I haven't seen you before. So welcome, Jane. Here we go. It says, what is the way to fix NASH? Now, when you say NASH, are you talking about gnashing as far as the teeth are concerned, or are you talking about another condition? So clarify that one for me. All right, so I mean business says Alvin is awesome. I appreciate it. I mean business. All right, I appreciate all the comments because all I'm doing this for is for you guys. I want to see healthy people around the earth. It just pisses me off to no end to see healthy Americans or people who should be healthy actually relegating themselves to the medical system. And I hate seeing people on walkers. I hate seeing people on canes. I hate seeing people in wheelchairs and driving little rascals. I will kid you not. I saw a man who was in such bad shape in his 40s that he was in the grocery store riding around on a rascal. I could not believe, and I know it wasn't temporary because of the way his legs looked. All right, so his legs were eaten up and it looked like he had big lesions on his legs and he had purple legs. That means his circulation is extremely poor and he ain't helping it by riding around on a little scooter everywhere he goes. That's not going to help. Okay, so I know, crazy stuff. Dionysia Mingo back in the house. All right, good stuff. So, Dionysia, I appreciate you stopping by. Always great to have you in here. So, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so we got D. Diaz. It says, any tips for herniated disc? Now, I always believe in my inversion table for any kind of spinal problem, along with a little bit of heat. Now, most people say put cold on there if you see swelling. Nope. Anytime you have anything near the spine of the vertebrae, those are nerves. You put heat on nerve injuries. You put cold on swelling and muscles by themselves. All right. Now, I know nerves run to muscles, but if it's a contusion or a concussion to the muscle, that's what we got as far as cold. But if it's a pulled muscle, meaning a nerve problem, you want heat on that thing. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, good stuff. Hey, Dionysia said hey. All right, so I appreciate you being in here. Thank you, Dionysia. All right, and Sandra Evans back in the house. Sandra, what can you take to help a migraine? Turn 46 and start to have migraines occasionally. Now, I don't believe in short fixes for migraine headaches. You're going to have to go systemic on a migraine because a migraine means you have brain irritation, and brain irritation is not a small thing. It doesn't just happen just now and you just get rid of it tomorrow. That means it happened over time. That means that you got to get rid of it. Probably not over as much time, but over a little time it's going to take to get rid of those. Now, here's the bad part, and I hate to tell you this because headache sufferers hate to hear this. The headaches will get worse before they get better. And that's what people are scared of. So because it's going to get worse, they don't want it to get worse. So they keep taking headache medication to get rid of the real bad headaches that will probably go to extreme and severe migraine headaches in order to have no headaches at all in the future. But when I say in the future, I don't mean long. I mean just a few months. And really, it could be like 30 to 45 days if you're consistent with it. Most people aren't. That's why I have to stretch it out to like 2-3 months. But usually within 30 days, 45 days, you can be done with your migraines. It's just you have to basically go through withdrawals and bully your way through in order to take that pain in order to get to the other side. Now, is there something you can do to stop feeling the pain in a natural way? Yes. All right. Yellow mustard, as you deal with the pain, gets rid of migraine headaches. All right. So right then, right now, within 5 minutes, the pain from a headache tends to go away. Yes, you can use those. Essential oils actually do that. I sometimes use frankincense to get rid of feverfew, to get rid of headaches. Those are natural, organic, or oils that get rid of the symptoms that you have with the headaches and feeling the pain as much as you do. And they don't have side effects because they're natural oils. And once the headaches are gone, you don't have to take them anymore. You don't have to take them for the rest of your life. You don't have to be on a regimen for the rest of your life. You're done. you're done. Okay, good stuff. Always great to hear from you healing us or helping us. All right, Dinesha, I'm happy to do it anytime you need it. All right, so good stuff. So we got 73 people up in here. I love it. I see Corey Williams back in the house. All right, Minister Slow Stroker back in the house, doing good. All right, I like it. All right, coming through. Copper. All right. I see Grace Tollinger. All right. Gracie. It's nice to have you in here. Do you use copper to treat gray hair, and does it work? All right. I think she's asking that to somebody who is actually in the chat, but yes, it does work. All right. So I use it myself, and I have been advocating it for over a year and a half now. And I have got people on that video, underneath that video, who commented, who said it worked absolutely great. So, but this is what I want to give you guys. This is a little bit of good news. My eye video, the one that's improve your vision naturally, that's my highest video on YouTube. I never expected that when I got on YouTube and I made that video that it would ever be the highest. I thought how to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, do this. I thought that would be my highest viewed video. It's not even close. The highest video is how to cure or get your vision back naturally. And I think it's like 1.2 million views or something like that on that video by itself. So I'm just like blown away by this. All right. So I got people looking at this right here, and the guys, it just shot past your question. So if you got another one, wait just a minute and then put it back in there, and then I'll get to it. Okay. It says, I didn't notice a before after difference with the DE. I experienced muscle cramps, and I believe long-term DE depleted my minerals. Used ancient mineral magnesium oil under feet to resolve it. All right, so you used a toxin pulling technique in order to make that work. That's interesting. So, sweet lady, that is interesting. All right, so as she said, diatomaceous earth didn't work as well, but the mineral magnesium oil under the feet did. That's what I'm talking about people being different. Some people will respond favorably to the diatomaceous earth, and other people will respond more well to the oil. It's the way that their body is made up. If you're an oil-based person, meaning that your skin is oily, then you will respond probably more to the oils. If you're a dry skin, so you rub your face and your hands get scratched, then that means that you'll probably work better with a dry solution like diatomaceous earth inside. Now, of course, you do mix diatomaceous earth with water or orange juice or something when you take it down, or you can actually put it on your face if you want. All right, but I think diatomaceous earth is the alternate name for Indian healing clay. So there you go. All right, so I see we got a few more questions coming in. Everybody's responding to everybody else in here. I love it. All right. I love you guys helping each other out on the chat. This is actually becoming quite good. All right. So Love Uprising. That's a hell of a name. I love that. Love Uprising. All right. That is extremely positive. And that's what I'm all about, positivity. All right. Did you guys hear that on Facebook? All right. So we got Love Uprising up in here. All right. Now, what we're going to do is take one or two more questions, and then I'm going to get out of here because I have to go have food with the wife. And we're actually going to have salad. All right. It is very, very healthy. Very, very good. We're not eating any junk as far as that. But I told you guys about the cookies. It was our anniversary yesterday. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some of the cookies. All right. I lied. We are not going to go completely healthy, but are we going to do it every day? No. Are we going to even do it tomorrow? Probably not. All right. We might have to save some of the cookies for the next weekend and then eat them then, because we don't want to completely ruin our health or get hopped up on a whole bunch of sugar just because it's a holiday. Don't ruin your health just because it's a holiday. Because I hear people all the time, I thought you were on the diet. Well, it's Thanksgiving. You expect me to eat right on Thanksgiving? What's wrong with you? All right, I'll get to it after Thanksgiving. And then what do you say after Thanksgiving's over? Well, Christmas is just a few weeks away, so I might as well just continue with my own diet here. I might as well. I worry about it on New Year's Day. All right, I'll make my resolutions and I'll go to the gym. And they do. And they sign up for the gym membership and they go to the gym for 2 weeks after January 1st, and then you never see them again. All right, they're allergic to weights after that. They don't want to see a treadmill ever again. And then they go by the mirror when they're naked and they say, damn, is that me? And that is, my God, who is that? All right, so when you look in the mirror, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself, baby. All right, so now that you guys had a few, I'm going to go ahead and thank you guys. All right, they said happy anniversary. Everybody said happy anniversary. I really do appreciate that. Good stuff. I know it's 4 years being married. Now, I'm one of those people who said I would never get married. I said that. I even told my wife, I said, I'm not going to get married. You might as well find somebody else. I'm not going to get married. And here I am. I'm married. And you know what that means? That means I found a special enough woman who actually made me want to get married and care about her enough to do it. So there you go. We're now married, and I'm probably I have to say this. I'm probably one of the most happily married men that anybody can ever think about. I know what you guys are thinking. My husband loved me more than your wife loved you. No, they don't. No, they don't. Just stop that right now. Just stop. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I know you got stuff to do on your Friday. I know you guys want to go out to dinner. I know you want to go out and enjoy your evening. But like I said last week, please don't let it just because it's Friday be an excuse to eat the junk, to get off of your plan, to stop your protocols from being a healthy person. Because some of you are dealing with diabetes, you got cancer, you got leukemia, you got Lorraine says stage 3 cancer. That kind of stuff is serious. So you can't just think, oh, it's just one day. When you have something serious, no, stick with your protocols. I don't give a damn if it's the weekend, okay? Stick to your protocols. I don't give a damn if it's your cousin's birthday and they have birthday cake. I don't care if they got ice cream. I don't care if they went to Chuck E. Cheese and they ordered the big pizza that you like. So what? Your health is more important, and you will thank me and your mirror when you do this and you take care of yourself. You will feel better, and you will actually have a better quality of life, saying no to the special events all the time rather than actually trying to partake, showing everybody else how much you can eat, and then going home and feeling miserable for it. That's the one key I learned in keeping and maintaining my weight and my muscle. Stop participating in special events and going all out just because you're around other people. It's a social environment, and your friend next to you, like, girl, why ain't you eating? This is good. You better get some of this macaroni and cheese. You better get some of this cornbread. What's wrong with you? We got paella up in here. All right, so we doing these quesadillas over here. Well, you better stop acting like you on a diet, girl. Forget that diet. You better eat this right now. No, tell your friend, I'm good. All right. I want to see if you come complaining to me next week about you can't fit in your jeans. How you had to buy some more jeans because you couldn't fit in the ones you were wearing last week. That's what you want to be able to say. So don't be right with them saying, oh, yeah, I'm going shopping too, girl. My jeans don't fit either. All right. Oh, man, I'm just handling this beer belly right here, man. That's all. You know, everybody get a beer belly when they get old. No, they don't. No, they don't. All right. So take care of yourself. All right. That's all I'm telling you. Take care of yourself. All right. So I'm going to say some shout outs before we get out of here, because I'd like to shout out all the people who actually gave me some love on the live stream and actually shared their Friday afternoon with me. So we got Jane Finlaw. Glad I found your chat. Jane, I'm glad you showed up. Thank you. It says we got Anagato in here. All right. So I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rolo Valerio, LL Lewis, LL. I love it. Good stuff here. It says I just put the candy away. Helen, you're not supposed to be eating candy on the live stream about health, but she admitted it, so I'll give you a pass on that one. Lorraine, take care of yourself. I know you're dealing with a cancer right now. We're going to release the cancer course, and it's not really a cancer course. It's an all-inclusive course. It just so happens that every protocol that we go through tends to get rid of cancer. So we don't make guarantees, but we can safely say we have gotten rid of cancer in a lot of our people. All right, we could say that. Okay, so good stuff. All right, sweet lady, thank you for asking all the questions. I really did appreciate that. BB, thank you for coming in and asking your question. I do appreciate that. Michelle Masters, if I didn't get to everybody, I apologize. All right, so Tracy Norman, Freedom Speaks, Helen Riley, Samaya, thank you for asking your questions too. Glad I was able to help. Big Marcus, my cousin, I love you, man. Thank you for coming through. We got Cynthia Freeman, who's dropping the bombs as far as the health information. I love it. Then we got who else do I got? Do I got anybody else? Minister Slow Stroke, Bumblebee. I got you guys. Mike A was the first one in here today. today. So, Mike A, if you're still watching, I appreciate the proactive thought, brother, for coming in here and doing what you were going to do and asking questions and helping out. Even if you just watched, I really do appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys. So, once again, I want to give you guys all love. All right. I want to see you guys doing well. And I want you to share your success stories in here because it doesn't just make me feel good. And which it does, it helps somebody else. And then they start asking, well, how did you do that? And then if your information helps somebody else, maybe they can spread their success story and it'll help somebody else. So all we're doing is passing it along so we can help other people get well. Okay, so you guys have an awesome Friday. You guys have a good one. I'm going to go kiss on my wife for a little bit. You guys do the same. Not my wife, yours. And I will talk to you all later. So you guys have a good evening. I really do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you next Friday where it'll be episode 13. Don't be afraid to throw out a suggestion to me. If you want to talk about anything and you want to send questions before we actually get on the chat, don't be afraid to hit me up in the comments or anything of this video and tell me what you want to see next week. Okay. So I'm out of here. Thank you guys again. And that's it. All right. Peace and hair grease. Okay. I'm out. Here it is. Bye-bye.